Hello everybody, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I am Ross Merriam, and as you can see from this hand, I am playing Landless White-Red. Definitely going to mulligan this one. Our next White-Red midrange deck. It's a good collection of planeswalkers, fishing creatures, and a bunch of good removal spells. Pretty straightforward, but in a format of a bunch of aggro decks, I wanted to try something a little different, and we're going to have to try it on 6 cards. I think these PNLRs are actually pretty important. They seem a little out of place, but against a deck like Mono Red that can get through single blockers very well, playing 2 bodies for 1 card is really nice. Saw Brad and Corey in GP Minneapolis play a lot of Catacomb Sifters in their black-green deck, which is not only good with Nissa Voices and a card, but I think the multiple bodies plan is quite important. Our opponent mulled a 5, which is actually pretty nice because our 6 is real sketch. No red source for any of these cards, but it's really good if we find a red source, and then I think we have enough to keep. We are on the draw too, yeah. So with a scry and a draw, I think we can reasonably keep. They put it on top, how lucky. I'm going to bottom this plains. Even though I kind of want to build towards Avacyn, I just need to find red mana. Spirebluff Canal, a teamer strategy? No red source yet. Blue-red control. Ooh, a blue-red emerge. Strategic planning. This must be from some sort of Vintage Masters set or some similar thing. Put 2 lands in the bin, so they're digging for spells. Ugh, still no red source. One more turn. Need to hit it. Oh, come on, deck. Come on. Why are you going to do me like that in front of all the nice people? We're here to see some magic get played, mainly by me. Ooh. So their hand's pretty bad if they're just casting Trained Armadon here. But it's better than our hand, which is doing absolutely nothing. Time to think about what to discard. And I assume I'm going to Stasis Snare this Amalgam when I get to 3. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to discard a second copy of a legendary creature, even though it's one of the cards that's cheaper in my hand. We're just going to get beat down by a Trained Armadon, aren't we? They're deep fiending me. That's pretty good. Get their Amalgam in the yard, get more of a clock, time walk me no matter what. But I do not mind Stasis Snaring this Elder Deep Fiend, given the opportunity. Oh, perfect. As for a turn, they're going to tap us out. When we rip an ETB tap land, that at least works out pretty well. Now I'm definitely snaring this, because it's real big. I do not want them to emerge another Deep Fiend if they have one. So I'm going to snare on their turn, and specifically on their upkeep. Don't think this deck really has counter spells, but we will see. Snare your thing. Okay, that worked. That's nice. Another strategic planning, cathartic reunion. There's a reunion. Oh, wow. Discarding Haunted Dead and K return. That's not good. That is not good at all. Another land is nice. So we could play Chandra plus into Pia. The Pia can essentially trade for the Haunted Dead while we figure out what to do with the Amalgam. Or I can just hold up Avacyn and try to eat something and then set up a Planeswalker turn. I like the Planeswalker plan. Maybe the, yeah, I like this plan better. Getting the Chandra down is really nice. It'll help us deploy more of our hand more quickly. So that is sort of my first priority. I love Chandra plus make mana. My favorite. I assume we'll see a Haunted Dead and Amalgam here. That Cathartic Reunion was very nice. What do you got? Discard another K return. I don't think those K returns are going to be very good. And a strategic planning, though, that's a pretty good one for them to discard. So the last 3 cards in their hand, I think, are pretty good. Okay. They're just going to kill my stuff and kill my Chandra? Yeah. Well, that's a little disappointing. I was assuming that they would have more like a Lightning Axe for their removal. I didn't want to run the Avacyn into a Lightning Axe. Instead, they had 2 removal spells that don't touch Avacyn. Okay, so now we have some options. I can play... Well, now I can play Gideon plus Thraben Inspector. Or I can play one of my 5s. If I hold up Avacyn, I just sort of eat a creature. Then I can play Gideon plus Thraben Inspector. That seems pretty good because it's hard for them to kill the 2 things then. Glorybringer, I'm not looking to get in a race. I'm pretty far down on life, so we could hold off on that, I think. So I like holding up Avacyn. They're also pretty low on cards. They're only going to be able to bring back Haunted Dead 1 or 2 more times. And yet they're playing land 5. Not sure what that is for. That doesn't let them hardcast Lightning Axe if they wanted to do that. I don't know, maybe they have a grasp. Well, I'm going to block this one. What else you got? Nothing. Well, I am intrigued. Very intrigued. Push for 4. Now we'll play our Gideon and Thraben Inspector. I wonder if we're getting Deep Fiended. They can't Deep Fiend plus rebuy Haunted Dead. They're a card short of that. But either way, I think this is my plan. If they do that, I mean, my Gideon's going to die, but... Or they can deal me 6, so if they have some way to deal 2 direct damage... I guess they're going to wipe the board, too. I mean, sure. That would be bad for me. But I think, yeah, if they had Deep Fiend, I'm pretty sure they would have played it earlier, would be my contention. And I'd rather just end this game quickly before any of that nonsense happens. Notably, if I get to a 7th land, I can Glorybringer plus upgrade a Deep Fiend. How quickly are they dead? If I draw the 7th land now, I can kill both their blockers, and on paper I have a lethal attack. I have exactly 16. But they're still passing. What do they have? So, in case they do have an Elder Deep Fiend, I don't think I'm going to play the Glorybringer yet. I don't think that affects my clock. So I'm just going to plus and try to attack. I guess they can just be trying to bring back the prized amalgam and Deep Fiend. Then they can sack the Haunted Dead for... or prized amalgam and Haunted Dead. And then they can sack the Haunted Dead for a Deep Fiend on their turn. And have a 5-point attack. While I also have a Braid up. That seems fine. Sure. If you want to eat my 3-minute Spectre, then my absent flips, so I'm fine attacking with it. Yeah, they're just soaking up max damage. And I will crack this clue. And play this land. Now it could, once they bring back all this stuff, abrade one of my own creatures to try to flip my Avacyn. They can bring back the Haunted Dead again, but they'd have to probably they'd have to chump with the Spirit, and they'd be 10. I guess I'm 1 short then, because they can chump the Avacyn with the Spirit and take Gideon and Glorybringer and the trigger from Avacyn. So that's a little annoying. I think I'll just hold up. I don't know if there's any point in doing this. I'm trading 2 of my creatures away in doing so. I have a blocker and a removal spell up. This is really not a threatening attack. It's not even a lethal attack if I had nothing. I think they're just hanging on by a thread here. I should be trying to kill them before they find a Deep Fiend, I guess, because of this K return. Block. Again, they might have an Abrade. I really don't care. They Abrade my Avacyn, and they're just dead. Unless their other card is also a blocker. Oh, they were attacking Gideon. I guess that's kind of smart. K-Return is a nice one, actually. Sure. Good beats. I mean, I'm going to attack them to 1 and have 3 lethal attackers on my next turn. Not 1 to 4, but still 3 lethal attackers. And a removal spell. So, I still feel fine. Now they can't cast Elder Deep Fiend either to flashback a K-Return. So, pretty safe. Colorless. Red. Plus. And 9U. Okay, well, pretty sure they're dead. Not sure what they can draw to get out of this one. And we have taken a game. They're going to make me do it. They're one of those. Bam. Plus. Attack you. Yeah. Begin sideboarding. I am not at all sure what I want in this matchup. I could name Elder Deep Fiend with Gideon's intervention. It's probably not the worst. It's sort of dependent on what they are doing. I like Magma Spray. I like Harness Lighting more than Abrade. I don't much like Abrade. I think that's our worst removal spell. I don't really like the Nahiris. I like this Linvala. I like things that make a large board. This is definitely not what I want. Do I want Hanwir Garrison in this matchup? It itself doesn't die to K-Return. It does die to the back end. But it's a card that can put them under a lot of pressure. Which is good. They're kind of a deck that needs to set up. I kind of want to try these Garrisons. And there's sort of two ways to go with it. I can either be like a garrison-y style or a sweltering sun style. And I don't really like playing the control role in this matchup. They have some good tools. I assume they're going to bring in the enchantment, fever visions. I'm going to try one intervention. I don't really want to draw more than one, but I don't want to bring in sweltering suns alongside garrison. I really don't like a braid. So let's try it like that. We have 3 lands in our hand this time. That's nice. 2 of them enter tapped. Less nice. But I don't think I'm getting to Harness Lightning on turn 2 anyway. So we'll just play our Pia on 3. Hopefully get to play Chandra on 4. Both of us keep 7 this time. And we're off. Smoldering Marsh. Now if I need to Harness Lightning, I can. And we're definitely going to play Chandra on 4. But looks like a slow start for both sides. Ooh, another Needle Spires. I like that they don't have a 2-mana play, either Reunion or Planning. It means they're going to be a little slow to prime the pump here. Ooh, no 3, no Fever Visions. Okay then, well, pretty happy to see that. I will just play a Penalar. It's possible P is a card to board out in this matchup too, Dying Decay Return. We could have easily just traded 1 for 1 there. Just casting a Haunted Dead. Nothing to see here. Oh, Gideon is a nice one. Kind of like Gideon. I don't really want to use the Harness Lightning, so I'm not sure how much value Chandra has. Gideon puts them under a ton of pressure. So let's just play that one. Even if they kill both of my creatures, Gideon will survive, or all 3 of them. So I guess I can attack for 2. No, I'd rather just attack with everything next turn. We could be getting Deep Fiended here. I'm hoping to avoid that for 1 turn and land the intervention actually next turn. And then have many options moving forward from there. I don't see a ton of value in them casting Deep Fiend here. I guess I would allow them to kill Gideon, but I can intervention first and then make a token, but then they still have Fumarole or any removal spell. So this is a bit risky. Especially if they... Okay, good. They're not going to play it this turn. So they get to take Harness Lightning and one of my other cards. That's pretty good. I don't know which one they're going to take. We'll see. They're all reasonably threatening. Oh, now they actually can cast Deep Fiend still by emerging the Mindbender. Yeah, that was a really, really strong play on their part. Kind of hoping they just take the intervention, because that's a sign that they don't have Deep Fiend here. Oh, well, there we go. And now I have all of my threats, which is what I wanted. Yeah. No, I'm pretty happy with that. The question is, what do I do with this Gideon? I'm really vulnerable right now to a hard cast Kozilek's Return. I suppose I could just Emblem. It gives me a way to double block the Mindbender down and superiority in the air, and protects me from K Return. But I am trading a significant resource to do so. I'm trading my Gideon. But if they have the K Return, then I'm just down to nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tough spot. I'm really not sure what to do. I'm really not inclined to lose my Gideon here. I think I'm going to take the risk. I'll Emblem next turn. Just going to attack for 5. I really don't like seeing that. I don't like it at all. I think I'm about to get K returned. These 3 ETB tap lands were one too many. Shock you, they'll get to pick which planeswalker they want to kill. I exile the Needle Spires, that's fine. Yeah. I sniffed out the emblem play, and maybe that would have been right. Yeah. Yep. I'm kicking myself. There's so many cards left. Okay, they've decided to kill Chandra. That's interesting. So, I can make a token that threatens to eat this if it attacks with my Avacyn. Although plussing means that this attack doesn't even kill it and gets in some damage. My Avacyn can turn the corner pretty quickly. I'm going to be weak to any Deep Fiend. If I try to protect, maybe like play these 2 and then make an emblem, play these 2, then Elder Deep Fiend just destroys me, just wipes my board, kills my Gideon, and I'm really dead. Whereas this play helps protect against that a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to plus, and then actually play these so that I can potentially hold up Avacyn for this flashback on K return. Oh, returning Haunted Dead. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Are they just going to chump block again? Have another K return? Sure. Okay. Well, that is another sign that they don't have Deep Fiend. Because I doubt they would waste the cards bringing that back before flashing back a K return. We'll play our stuff. Turtle up. Then untap with this Avacyn. Hopefully turn the corner with that. See what is left in their hand. Not sure what it could be. Just more removal, maybe. Notably, my Gideon's not vulnerable to another hardcast K return because our Haunted Dead would die. I assume this is attacking Gideon. I do not care. I will let it go to 1. They should be a Braid Fatal Push. I don't think they're going to have a burn spell that kills it. And I would like to have maximum board when I Avacyn this turn. Ooh. Well, let's plus the year. And attack for 6. Yep. No chump block this time. I'll just react to them. They've done nothing on the turn cycle, which I am perfectly fine with. Play this Avacyn. We could just see a Deep Fiend here, wipe all the boards. I'm not sure whether I wouldn't just sack the Mindbender. Oh, they might just not flashback K return to kill my Gideon? Honestly, I would be fine with that. I would just get to attack them for a lot of damage. in fact, if I draw land, lethal damage. Unless they have a removal spell. But then Avacyn gets in the way. Yeah. No, I would be very fine with them not using a K return. They don't have enough blue to cast another Deep Fiend, nor enough black to cast a Mindbender after combat. Which would be really good. They just tapped all my stuff down, killed my Gideon with this Mindbender, had 2 black, post-combat, sacked first Mindbender to second, flashback K return, losing essentially nothing, taking the last card out of my hand. I would just have a clue against 2 5-power creatures. Okay, they have indeed decided to Wrath, which is also fine. Now I get to untap, play Glorybringer, attack them for 9, have 3 lethal attackers again. Oh no, they have a Deep Fiend. Okay, I can't do that. I guess this is awkward now. Oh, and they can return Haunted Dead? Yeah, I guess I have actually made this awkward. So, yeah, maybe I was just supposed to chump there and put the pressure on them, eventually force them to Deep Fiend. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Not sure I played this game very well, but because they can bring back Haunted Dead now. But honestly, if they just bring back Haunted Dead, that second Glorybringer is a really good draw. So I get to mush for 4. They make a Spirit. The next turn I exert one of them and mush for 8. 4 and 8 is 12. Last time I checked. They could aggressively jump here. That is a reasonable line. Ooh, bringing back the Amalgam too. So my Gideon's definitely dead. And they do aggressively jump. Good play. Good on them. Well, I will make a token that is likely not blocking here. Definitely don't want to trade with Haunted Dead. They are down to 2 cards. And I still like our spot. This is going to Gideon, this is going to Gideon, and this is going to me. Sure. I will go to 15. Ooh, that is another good one. I guess they could have just a bunch of Deep Fiends here. Maybe the safe plays for me to try to hold up Stasis Snare. They do have 14 power. Yeah, if I go for Glorybringer and they just have another Deep Fiend, I'm dead. And I'm still threatening lethal next turn this way. So I think I'll just go for it. The attack first. Yeah. Mushy for 6. Pop this clue. Maybe I shouldn't pop the clue and just hold up. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to play Snare anyway. This threatens like Needle Spires as a blocker. This deck has always been really awkward to play against because of the threat of Deep Fiend. This is such a big swing, especially with K return. Probably can't beat another Deep Fiend anyway, right? Because they just wipe my board and have a bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to Stasis Snare in response to this trigger so that they are unable to... They'd have to have land Deep Fiend to sack Haunted Dead. So, oh, that I'm very happy about. Okay, yeah, sure. Now I don't know what. Yeah, they can't. They just can't do anything. They're down to. They're going to be down to one card, and they're tapped out, so they're just dead. Yeah, very happy about that negate. Um, this attack, yeah, it just leaves them dead on board. As does this attack. They can only attack with one thing because of Needle Spires. Now, so didn't need the second Glory Bringer. I'll just show them being dead on board. Oh, well, how about I just do this? Just in case oh, no, I can... I was going to say I wanted to play around potentially activating the wrong Needle Spires, like misclicking. Yeah, they're empty-handed. I get to exert, kill one blocker. If they block Needle Spires, take 6. Attack and exert. Okay. They have realized that they are dead. Potentially could have played that game a little bit tighter, but even though they got to do their thing with K-Return and Deep Fiend, we were able to recover from that pretty easily. They never really got the full engine going in the slow hand after the Multi 5 across the 2 games. So we never really saw them go like turn 2 Cathartic, turn 3 this, like turn 3 like Fever Divisions, and just keep having more and more gas, which is when the deck gets really out of hand. But when they don't get that going, they're just another mid-range deck, and we were able to out mid-range them. So hope you enjoyed that one, and you can come back and see me on Wednesday. Bye.